Right, hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of My Garage Roleplay. Alright, so yeah, we just finished cleaning up the Firebird over here a little bit. It was getting a little bit dusty sitting in the garage over here. And I also cleaned up the Lad Coupe a little bit earlier on, and I did manage to get the overspray buffed off, so that is looking very sharp again. So yeah, we are also very glad with our new spotlights, because now we've got a matching set over here, so that looks much better. So yeah, I must say I actually can't wait to take this thing to a race of some sort sometime. But first I need to try and finish up all of the work we are busy with. The sheriff's sedan needs to get finished today. So yeah, I didn't really finish it yet. I just sort of prepared all of the panels to go back onto the car. So we will get that done in a moment. So that is going to be our priority this episode. And then we will start putting suspension parts on this car, because as you can see I've got all the new parts here on the bench. And then obviously we'll be able to finalize these two cars hopefully today. I'm just looking for my welding machine. Oh, there it is, over there. Alright, so let's start by mounting this front panel back on the car, getting it all welded up. Alright, let's go around to the other side quickly. Okay, we should reach from here. Alright, so luckily it's just a weld there and there, and then pretty much this car is just a couple of parts we need to bolt onto it. So I already mounted the headlights and the blinkers and everything, so that is something we can knock out of the park quickly. So I also got some stickers from the sheriff, but these ones are a little bit lower quality than the original ones. So he said that's fine, we can just use what we have at the moment. So yeah, I see I did also mispaint a little bit here and there, but yeah, I'm not going to be too concerned about it, because at the end of the day this is just going to be another vehicle that's going to be abused and yeah, probably in another accident very soon. So there is that. We also got the stickers for the hood. So we pretty much just need to top off the radiator with coolant. And I also just need to mount the tire back on the rim quickly. And then we can get the right color rim mounted back on the car with the hubcap over here. So this can pretty much go back on our shelf over here. Our tire rack. Yeah, it's a little bit high. Let me just do it like this. There we go. Alright, let's get it up there, and it should center itself like that. Perfect. Alright, so I also painted the wheels for the Mercedes in black, and I also ordered the hubcaps, and Tom also did bring the interior bits that we need to install on the Mercedes as well. So that is something that we can pretty much get done today as well. Alright, so let's get this tire mounted again. And we'll probably just have to air it up again. So, but that is fine. We can do that in a jiffy. Alright, let's get our spanner and just tighten everything down. Well, it's funny I called it a spanner. I think, I don't know if anybody else really calls it a spanner, but here in my country we call it a spanner, where I am from. But it's also a wrench. I know it says there it's the wrench. But yeah, I call it a spanner sometime. Alright, so let's get this tire aired up quickly. Not over-inflate it too much. Okay, and that's the optimal pressure. Alright, so let's get the coolant topped off real quick. And then we can pretty much let the sheriff come over and collect the car once he's ready. So we do have quite a bit of coolant in the shop at least. Alright, so I think one bottle of coolant should be enough for this radiator, but we'll fill it all the way to the top just to be safe, because this is a turbocharged engine. We do not want to have it overheat. And luckily, as I said, the radiator was still in good condition after the accident, so yeah, looks like the damage was mostly on the front right corner. But we ended up replacing both the fenders because we got the older style front end for this car now. So at least now our fenders are matching the car, and I think it looks pretty good. Alright, so let's just wait for all this coolant to get filled up. So there we go. Alright, I'm just gonna grab another bottle. I still haven't gotten to pick up the dumpster from Uncle Richie's shop, which I hope to do very soon. Alright, so let's just top it up a little bit more. Just grab a little bit more in there. Alright, so it looks like this bottle was quite empty. But I think we should be fine now. In terms of coolant, yes, that is pretty much up until the cap, so that should do. Alright, now I just want to think, yeah, the battery obviously we need to replace, put it back in the car, that's what I mean. So this is the battery that came out of the car originally. So let's just drop it in there and get that bolted down. And then I think this car should fire up. I'm just gonna take a safety precaution and just check the oil. Make sure that is still 100%. Yeah, it's a little bit low, just below the line, but that is still perfect. Alright, now this should fire up and we'll be able to pull it outside, and yes, we can, yeah, we can basically, the accelerator pedal just got stuck there for a second. But okay, yeah, we can pretty much just park this outside and scratch this one off the list, because I think we are done with it. Alright, so that is unit 1 back in action, pretty much. And it's looking a little bit different now with this front end, but it came together very nicely. And we also got a new license plate made at the shop, and they also delivered it for us with all of the other parts we ordered, so that is very nice of them. Alright, so now I'm going to tackle this Mercedes Wagon and see if we can get all of these suspension parts mounted. So I'm thinking of starting with the drive shaft, and then we'll go to the front and do the front suspension. Because I think at the end of the day, once we can get this thing down on its wheels again, we can do the interior bits and then we should be done. I also forgot to mention that we did get this car repainted in the same color as the Firebird, because we had a little bit of paint left from it. So yeah, Tom actually asked me if it's okay if he used the paint that I had left, and I told him yes, by all means, no problem. So that has been done. Okay, so we've got a couple of these new arms. So let's get these fitted. Oh, we just need one down here somewhere. I can't really see where it needs to go exactly. I think it's on this arm over here. Alright. And I think on the other side we need to mount the other two, which are missing. Over here's one. Let's get that zip down. And I think also the last one. Yeah, I'm not too sure where it goes, but let's just see if we can find a little ear for it, because it basically hooks over an ear, because I know there's 4 of these per side. And if I remember correctly, I did take 2 off from this side. Alright, there it goes. So this one is just a little bit tricky to get to. Right over there, we've got it. Alright, perfect. Now we can get our knuckles fitted, or hub carriers as they call it. Alright, so let's get these bolted down again. I'm not too sure. Yeah, we've got a couple of bolts to tighten on this. Alright, I think that should be all of them. Oh, there's the last one up there. Okay, that's perfect. Now we can get our hub mounted again. Alright, so also in the last episode I said I'm going to buy some new calipers, and I decided to buy all 4 brand new calipers. So those are going to be as good as they can get. Alright, so pretty much I think it's 6 bolts in total that bolts to this. Alright, and the final one is, I think it's over here somewhere. Let me just see, this one is tightened up over there. This one is tightened down, this one is tightened down. This one up here, there we go, that's the last one, that's perfect. And let's get our hub fitted again. Zip that down, so that is perfect. Alright, now I think I need to start the brakes and the front suspension. So let's do the front suspension now. Obviously I need to mount this part, steering box. That's the word I was looking for. I think that goes over here. Just 2 bolts there, and then we've got this little arm. That's supposed to go over here, I think. Alright, let's zip that down. Now we can get our new steering link and tie rod fitted. I think it's this way around, yes. Alright, so there's a bolt there. That one is already tightened because I actually received them already installed on the one end. Okay, so that is done. Now we just need to tighten up the tie rods on the outer part over here. There we go, I think that was that. Perfect. Alright, let's come around this side, tighten that one down. Okay, now I'm going to do the brake pads. All for the front ones and all for the rear ones. So let me get these in like that. Oh, did I drop this one? Alright, there we go. Okay, and then that one, that's perfect. Let's do the rear ones quickly. There we go. Sometimes they struggle to go in a bit. Alright, so let's start with the front left over here, and we'll get our cable installed as well, or our brake line. Alright, let's do them one at a time. And let's just be sure to make sure they are snug. Alright, let's do the other side front. Alright, and there it is. Let's get our brake line. Alright, zip this down and that one down. Alright, let's do the rear left back over here. Yeah, I think this car is actually in a very good condition now after all these parts have been serviced and replaced. The engine we know has been refurbished by Spartan, so that is perfect. Bodywork, Tom actually knocked it out. And now we have pretty much sorted out the suspension as well. So pretty much this guy is getting a car in perfect condition with a brand new red interior. So yes, this is as good as it gets, guys. Alright, so let's bolt that down and that down. Right now, pretty much we need to get our wheels mounted, well, our tires mounted to our rims. Alright, so I think let's grab all 4 of them, get these tires put back onto the rims, and then we just need to air them up once we have got them mounted to the car. Alright, so the third one. Alright, so we've got one more to do over here. Alright, put that over there, and the last one is mounted. Alright, let's start on this corner. We'll get them zipped down one by one. Alright, so we'll do a little bit of a star pattern today just because we feel like it. Alright. Perfect. And the next one. I'm not too sure how good these tires are still, but they seem to still have decent tread. So I think they should be fine. Alright, that is perfect. So I think let's do the finishing touch to these and just get these hubcaps mounted. That's the word I'm looking for. Alright, and this one, and then the final one. And now we can pretty much lower this car down. Alright, let's get these arms out of the way. I think the windscreen is still on its way, so that should be installed once we receive it. I think actually the guys will come and install it for us. So I'm not too sure. What am I doing with a wrench? I'm actually looking for a air pump. Alright, so let's get some air up in these tires. Alright, so those are all for the wheels pumped up again, and I did loosen the e-brake already, so we can push it out of here so that we don't bang the doors against the posts. Alright, so now all I need to do is pretty much just the B-pillar trims as well as the covers under the dashboard. So let's start with those. So this one goes on the driver's side. I think they've got 2 bolts down here somewhere, so we'll see. Let's just, alright, there we go, there's one and there's the other, so that is perfect. Alright, and we will do the passenger side quickly. So yeah, as I said, we are still waiting for the windscreen to be installed. I'm not too sure when the windscreen technician is going to come and do that, but I think actually our job is pretty much done with this car. Just get these B-pillar trims taken out. Alright, we'll pop this one off. Just put it down. Which side is this? This is the left driver side, so let's get that popped onto there. And then the last one will be on this side over here. Alright, so there we have it. This is the last panel we need to install on the car. Then, yeah, we can call it done. Now let me go around this side rather. Okay, so that is as good as perfect in my opinion. So that is another car that is ready to go back to its owner once the windscreen has been installed. And we are still waiting for the sheriff to let us know about the next project. So at this moment I don't really have a project per se. So I might actually have to get you know, a little bit of an advertisement out again. So yeah, I'm not too sure. Let me maybe make a phone call to Tom and see if that customer of his has brought his car in again. So give me a moment. Alright, so I did have a little bit of a chat with Tom, and he says that his customer's car is there at the shop. He also said that he's got a little bit of a present for me. He actually didn't get a chance to phone me yet, so it was actually a very good time for me to phone him. He said he's gonna come by and pick me up soon. So yeah, I guess I'm just gonna sit around and wait for him. So I think what I'll do is I will switch the camera off and I'll bring you guys back into up to speed once Tom is here, and then we will see what he says. Alright, so yeah, we've got a little bit of exciting news actually. So Tom did take me around the back and showed me what he got me, and I'm actually very blown away. I did not expect this at all. So he's a very awesome guy. I really do appreciate everything he's done for us so far, even for our business, especially with now the accident. He's helping us so much. So yeah, the gift he bought us, this is his customer's car. So the gift he bought us is actually a very used Chevy El Camino over here. So this is our new shop truck, he says. And yeah, it's also got the bed stakes on the sides. I'm not too sure where this truck came from, but I'm very grateful for it. He says we just need to see if we can get 2 wheels fitted to it. He said he's got 2 wheels in the shop, which we can gladly have because it's just sort of standing in his way. But yeah, as you guys can see, it's got a little bit of a quarter panel damage on this end, and also some suspension issues we need to sort out. A very rusty exhaust. So let's take a peek under the hood. He said the engine is not much to look at. So yeah, the golly, you can see this thing has been standing for a minute. But he says apparently the internals are very good. It's been serviced recently because it's an old farmer's farm truck, apparently a farm truck, but it has been kept going by the looks of things. Although it's not in the best looking condition, he says it actually runs. So yeah, I guess we're gonna have to see how it works out, and yeah, what we can do to this to get it looking a little bit better, because we barely finished our little NIF truck and fixed it up, which by the way has gone on auction yesterday for you guys. So yes, by the time this video comes out, the NIF truck will have been listed on the auction already. So yeah, what I think I'm gonna do is let's peek around in Tom's shop, because he said he's got some wheels there that we can fit to this thing to get it back home. And he says these wheels are actually just in his way, so I think it's these two. He said these are the original wheels from the El Camino that he has, and he's got a spare tire over here as well. So yeah, I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna see if we can get these 2 wheels fitted. He also said that there is a wrench in the back of the truck with a screwdriver, so sort of buying it with some tools as well. Yeah, I was just looking for the airplane. So I'm not too sure if these things have air in them, but I guess we'll find out. So alright, so yeah, we do have a wrench and a screwdriver in the pickup. Alright, so I can probably just yank this out under the car. Oh, that shock absorber is looking very sad. Alright, but yeah, that's something we're gonna have to, or that leaf spring rather, we'll have to get that sorted out. So hopefully we're not gonna have too much rubbing. Luckily we are just going up the road to our house again. And then I can start looking at the suspension on that thing. But let's see if we can get this wheel mounted to the front right. Okay, so let's just bolt this down as well. Alright, and let's yank this jack stand out. He said these jack stands actually came with the truck, so we can keep them if we want, because he bought himself a floor jack, and I think also a ramp. You can see there through the window, and he's got a set of 4 jack stands now with a floor jack as well. Alright, so let's put this behind the seat again. I think that actually snaps there, so that that is actually brilliant. That is an upgrade. Our NIF truck didn't have that. Alright, so yeah, moment of truth. Let's see if this thing does in fact fire up. He says he did charge the battery. Battery's a little bit weak. Come on. There we go. Alright, so yeah, that actually starts up very easily. So yeah, I'm just a little bit concerned about this corner over here, if it's gonna be rubbing. So we're just gonna take it nice and easy. Oh my goodness, look at the mileage on this thing. We've got over 500,000 mileage on this truck. So yeah, that is quite hectic. But we are just gonna take it very easy. Get a feel for it first and see what's happening. Well, it kind of drives straight, so it's not too bad. But yeah, we definitely need to go through all of the suspension on this. And I really am missing the 5-speed transmission that I have in, or that I had in the little NIF truck. This has only got 4-speed. So we might actually upgrade that at some point. Because I think now we have definitely got an upgrade. Even though it is in a very sad condition, it's something that we can work with and yeah, get it pretty much fixed up and looking all nice again. So yeah, once we get home, we can quickly maybe have a nice proper look at this thing, maybe get it up on the lift. So yeah, I'm probably gonna have to I actually forgot to close the garage door when we left. Yeah, as you can see, this got a different colored door on here to the rest of the truck, and also the door panel is mismatched. So yeah, I guess they probably swapped the door on this at some point. We've got a broken taillight on this corner again. So lots of rust. Yeah, this door is almost, yeah, that's probably why they replaced the other side, because the doors were rusting. Got a little bit of a rust gouge on this fender, but that should be fixable. Some rust on the hood, but that looks like it's mostly, yeah, it's mostly surface rust, so nothing to be too worried about there. What I do like is everything is here. We've got our El Camino badging on the sides. We've got our tailgate trim is still there. Even our bed trim. Now this one might need to be replaced, but that is still there. As well as our quarter panel chrome, that is still there somewhat. So I think definitely this is going to become a very nice little shop truck for us once we can get it fixed up. Obviously it looks like they just throw the oil bottles at the back, and also the fuel cap seems to be broken. And I think we've got a, yeah, this looks like a full bottle of coolant, so I'm not too sure if it was leaking coolant. So that's one thing we didn't check, but luckily we didn't drive very far, so hopefully we've got some coolant in here. Yeah, that is looking quite low, so we might have a leaking radiator hose here. And down there as well, so that is something we're gonna have to have a look at first of all. Alright, but what I'm gonna start doing is maybe seeing if we can get the suspension at the back stripped down and see what's going on with that. Alright, so let's get it up on the lift over here. Loosen the e-brake because I need to push it back, well, forward a little bit just to close the door over here. There we go. Alright, let's push it back slightly again. Get it more or less centered up. Yeah, tiny bit. Alright, let's get this under the car. Alright. Now obviously that side is a little bit lower than it's supposed to be. Yeah, looks like my muffler is going to be a little bit in the way over here, but we'll see. Yeah, that should miss it. Yeah, we'll see. Not too concerned because I might actually have to replace the exhaust on this either side, on both sides rather. Alright, let's lift her up and have a look at this thing. Alright, so right off the bat we've got a rusty gas tank, we've got a... Oh, that's actually damaged quite badly. Yeah, this leaf spring is gone. Oh, the shock absorber still looks kind of okay. Don't know what condition the brakes are. Oh, we can obviously see there. It's a little bit worn. Right, moving towards the front. Yeah, rusty exhaust all the way through. Transmission seems to be recently serviced. Yeah, we've got a little bit of a oil sweating here around the oil cap or the oil drain plug. Rusty headers. I must say the cross member at least looks pretty decent. Got a worn steering link. Once again, brakes, hubs, things like that. Wheel bearings we'll have to replace. So yeah, I'm thinking these wheels we have on the opposite sides. The tires don't look too bad, but the rims are very rusty. And this actually looks familiar, I think. Don't we have... Yes, we do have one. So we've got 3 of those type of wheels. And then we've got the 2 from the... Yeah, those ones. And then we've got the 2 from the mini Challenger. So yeah, I'm not too sure which wheels we're gonna go with on this, just to get it looking a little bit better. So I might swap these with the shiny ones we have over here, because these tires also still look very good. Get back here. Right, so we might swap these onto the truck instead of those, but I'll see, maybe I'll put these 2 on the same side and then those 2 on the other side. So yeah, I think let me start getting into this and seeing what parts we're gonna have to get for this thing to get it reliable. Alright, so yeah, I'm a little bit excited. I actually forgot to phone the sheriff now to come and pick up the Unit 1, which I will do after this episode. But yeah, I definitely want to get into this a little bit and see what is happening. So this is very nice of Tom, you know, buying us a whole pickup truck after ours has been destroyed. So I will definitely see how nice we can make this thing. We might actually send it into Tom for some body work, so that he can sort out the bent quarter panel for us maybe. But that all depends if he's got a lot of work to do, because he's busy with a customer vehicle, so we might have to wait on that a bit. But what I can also do is we can maybe go and have a look at the junkyard and see if there are any frames or El Caminos like these around there. So maybe I'll ask Ray to let me know if he's got one, or also maybe to have a lookout for one for us. So I guess we'll see. Alright, so that rotor and hub still looks kind of okay, although it's not in the best condition. Alright, so let's start with this one. Wait, let me just check on this side. Yeah, I noticed the shock absorber is a little bit rusty on this side, so yeah, we'll get new shock absorbers. Yeah, that one is looking a little bit sad. Although this one still looks kind of good. Don't know if this was replaced recently, but it's also, yeah, it's not brand new. So what I'm gonna do is I'm not gonna bother with putting the old parts, well, suspension parts back. I'm gonna get new leaf springs for the for the back, and 2 new front shocks for this, and also new torsion bars, just to be sure we don't run into any issues with this further down the line. Alright, so let's continue with the brakes. Also the brakes, I'm going to replace all of the brake calipers. And I might actually still have some parts laying around. Well, I must say the brake pads in these look good, so we don't really have to replace these. So I'll just have a look at them once we take them out of the calipers, because obviously these calipers are pretty much done. Alright, we've got a bad hub on this side. Hub carrier, that still looks okay. I'm just trying to remember what parts we still have left over from the donor vehicle, the Firebird, I believe. Those were the same parts, so we still have these. Yeah, we can pretty much just swap that one, and that one is still, yeah, it's still in working condition. So I think let's move over to this. We'll get the tie rods inspected as well. See what condition these things are in. This one looks fairly new, so it's not too bad. And on the other side, this one, let's grab this one quick. Now that one's a little bit older, but still in working condition as well. Alright, so for the front, yeah, let's quickly also grab this carrier, hub carrier. Just would like to see the actual condition of this as well. Now this is actually not too bad. That's still a very good looking hub carrier. This one on the other hand, that's seen better days, but it wasn't driving, you know, all over the road at least, so that is good. Alright, let's get our pry tool quickly, because I want to have a look at the condition of the torsion bars as well. Alright, so let's grab this. I actually think we do have spares of this as well. Yeah, that's still pretty decent. And this one over here. Yeah, this is also looking, well, it looks a little bit more tired than the other one. But I think I do actually have some of those kicking around. We do have leaf springs. I wonder if they will fit. I'm not too sure. They should actually. What is the condition of this one? This one is almost new, so this one we might actually just pop it on for now, because we have it, and also because this side is dragging along. Luckily there was no rubbing that I could hear, so I guess we were just lucky. Right, so let's get it removed from here. Okay, so yes, that is looking very sad indeed. So we're just gonna put that down there and see if we can get this one fitted. Let me just make sure. What is this? No, that's the correct one. We just need to get the sweet spot. There we go. Alright. Let's bolt this thing in. Alright, that is perfect. Okay, so we are going to go with these wheels eventually. And I think these will be put up on the shelf. Alright, let's see what else we can take off here that is worn. So our brake caliper is worn, so that is going to have to be replaced. I must say our brake rotors seem to be okay. Okay, let's grab a screwdriver. Ah, my toolbox is still all the way over here. So I think we've got a broken hub on this side. Yeah, that is looking pretty sad. Must have had some impact on it. But I'm actually very, yeah, can't understand why this thing hasn't broken. Yeah, it's a little bit confusing, but I guess it's been replaced probably then. Because if you look at the condition of this, I can't believe that the wheel actually stayed on this thing. Alright. Now that is what a very broken hub looks like. So I would not trust it. And I think I actually saw the other hub we got down here. This is still a new-ish one, so we can actually get it fitted. So I must say those parts that we got from that Pontiac Firebird is just coming in handy all the time. So just like that, we've already got a brand new leaf spring. Well, not brand new, but very good condition leaf spring and a hub on this car. And we didn't even spend any money yet at all. Alright, let's get this differential taken out, because I think this thing is also probably very tired. Alright, let's grab this. So this can be replaced. So this is a 3.8 ratio by the looks of it, so we'll see if we're going to change that. Alright, so that is that side pretty much done. Alright, so this wheel is also going to go on the shelf once we start cleaning up a little bit later on. But it looks like this is the only caliper that isn't really rusty on the car. So I'm not too sure. Well, I must say this caliper actually looks pretty decent. It may have been replaced in the past by the previous owner. Yeah, if you compare it to the opposite side, that one is completely shot, but I must say that's the side where the accident was. So that could probably be why that is looking so bad. Alright, so our brake rotor and hub does look okay on this side. I'm not too sure about the leaf spring, how much life that has got left. But I think, yeah, we're just going to leave that one in for now. Our gas tank has definitely seen better days, so I think it's a good time to drop it down. Yeah, there's not a lot of fuel left in here, so we can probably pour it out into a new one. So that should be fine. But yes, I think that is pretty much all of the suspension parts that I would like to change on it. So I'm just going to bring it down a little bit so that it's not dangling in the air like that. But yes, I think that is going to be a wrap for the episode. So thank you very much for watching. I do appreciate every view, every like. And also remember to subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. I will appreciate it very much. But yeah, until the next episode, cheerio.